About Belarus, there were some rumors that all this was a clever special operation to to move Wagner Group from Donetsk region to Belarus, and then from Belarus to attack Ukraine and take Kyiv in the manner that almost lead to capture of Moscow. So that in the same manner they will march to Kyiv as they did to Moscow, and will take, with the help and with the aid of Belarus army, they will take Kyiv. That's bullshit. It will never happen. It's again some kind of copium. First, there was no need to move Wagner Group from Donbass to Belarus. There was no need of all this bullshit, of all this march to Moscow, of destroying that amount of Russian aircraft, killing trained pilots with it. It was not worth all of that. That's the first thing. The second thing is Russians tried to capture Kyiv, and they had about 40,000 people, elite forces, with all the new kit. I mean, all the equipment they had was new, and it was the complete kit of equipment. So if, for example, that regiment had to have so much, that many tanks, it had it. Or, for example, if they need to have, according to to the roster, that many BMPs, they had it. So all these elite forces near Kiev were bled dry, were exhausted, expanded, and within months they fled with quite significant losses from that. We have seen this column of Wagner going to Moscow. It was enough to go to Moscow, but to go to Kyiv, it's just not adequate. Because what we saw some flatbed trucks with tanks and BMPs, we saw some pickups, we saw a lot of oasics. It was like ISIS force, and it's not going to cut the masters against the Ukrainian army. It will be destroyed, it will be smashed. They will not go 10 kilometers in our territory before they will be destroyed. That's absolutely inadequate. And also, don't forget that this army spent tens of thousands of, Wagner Group, tens of thousands of convicts, unspeakable amount of artillery shells, and 10 months to capture one small city. So all these talks about Wagner Group consolidating in Belarus and then going to Kyiv, well,